Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live it. After the 2020 NFL season, the Rams and Lions made a trade. Of course, the Rams got Matthew Stafford, and they can't be upset about the deal. They did win a Super Bowl, but at the time, Jared Goff was almost seen as a throw into the deal, just someone who had to be included in order for the Rams to be able to afford Matthew Stafford's contract. Yes, Jared Goff is a guy who did take the Rams to the Super Bowl once, but the narrative around him was that he was a middling quarterback and wasn't going to elevate a team. Well, if you haven't been paying much attention, Jared Goff has been incredible of late. Of course, last season helped guide the Lions to their first conference championship in what, like over 3 decades, I believe. And today, he beat the last undefeated team in the NFC. Right now, the Chiefs are up 14-12 as I'm recording. So they could be the last remaining undefeated team. But yes, a team that has Brian Flores as a defensive coordinator. Many people were saying, one of the top assistant coaches in the NFL this season with the way Minnesota's been playing on the defensive side of the ball. But Jared Goff, as you see, completed 88 of his passes, 22 of 25 for 280 yards, 11.2 yards an attempt, 2 touchdowns, 87.5 QBR, 140 rating, and believe it or not, that 140 rating is actually the worst in his last 3 games. We see his game log. So in week 4 against the Seahawks, a perfect outing, 18 of 18, 155.8 quarterback rating. Oh, only completed 72% of his passes against the Cowboys, but 315 yards, 12.6 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns, a 153.8 rating, and also had 16.2 yards per attempt against the Seahawks. And then today's game, so 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions in his last 3 games. He has completed 58 passes on 68 attempts. So he's only thrown 10 incompletions in his last 10 games. So now on this season, averaging 9.2 yards per an attempt and has a 111.5 rating, which has been steadily climbing, especially the last 3 games via Next Gen Stats X page. So Jared Goff was under pressure on a season high 51.7% of his dropbacks against the Vikings, finishing 10 of 11 for 164 yards and 2 touchdowns under pressure. Goff is averaging a league high 11.6 yards per attempt under pressure this season. No other quarterback is over 9. So just some incredible numbers. A couple years back, I remember the narrative being Jared Goff would, really perform superbly at home, but on the road he was middling. Well, he just won at Dallas recently, and today won at Minnesota while balling out. I also saw a stat on ESPN that there's only been 3 halves this season where a quarterback has thrown for a 100 completion percentage. All of them were done by Jared Goff. Of course, in the game he went 18 for 18. That's 2 of his perfect halves. And today, I believe he went 12 for 12 in the first half. Huge win for the Lions as they move to 5-1, and just an incredible 3 game stretch, and you could almost say 4 game stretch, because he had, I believe, let me see, he had a 113.6 rating, 2 touchdowns, 18 and 23 against the Cardinals. So basically what I'm saying is, yes, it's too early to have these MVP races, but they do have them. You hear Lamar Jackson's name mentioned frequently as potentially being, the favorite to win for the 3rd time. Josh Allen was earlier before his stinker against the Texans, although he has rebounded quite nicely. But I think Jared Goff's name really needs to be included in that race as well because at least of late, the Lions have looked like one of the best teams in football, if not the best. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.